Is that running?
I don't know. Maybe. Get your financial awareness booster. I'm your host, Li Tan. Today we are lucky to have ThinkSmartz founder and author of Positioning for Retirement, Mr. Mark Cardoza with us.
Hey,
What are we going to talk about today?
we're going to talk about indexed universal life insurance.
So, index universal life insurance. It sounds like a very hot topic today. Give us some brief introduction of what is universal life insurance.
Well, universal life insurance product
Yeah.
is a life insurance
Yeah.
program, life
Yeah.
insurance policy that allows you to take out tax-free income during your lifetime and provides a death benefit when you pass away.
Yeah. What do you think is the top 3 features for this product that's so
Well,
attractive?
A lot of people, it depends on how it's structured.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are looking for cash accumulation for a tax-free income during retirement, and that's huge in retirement because a lot of times people have 401ks or 403bs,
Yeah.
and their money is 100% taxable.
Okay.
The Social Security can range anywhere between 25 up to 85% taxable.
Wow.
So they're sitting there just getting walloped with taxes, but they're in retirement. So when you take into consideration a tax-free opportunity, that's huge. It's huge.
Yeah, so, but I heard people saying about when you retire, your tax bracket may be lower. What do you think about it?
Yeah, that's occasional. What we're finding, I think a lot of times those statistics are based on history, which most statistics are. And back in the generation where when my parents retired, that was true. Nowadays, with the accumulation, a lot of times people are retiring at the same income bracket, and sometimes they're retiring at a higher income bracket because they don't have the exemptions or deductions.
Yeah.
They don't have any children at home anymore.
Yeah.
So they don't have the dependent deduction. And then if your home was paid off, if you have the standard deduction now, but if your home was paid off before, you don't have that. That's not helping you out either. So it's changed a lot. So it's important to have tax-free money.
So you mentioned that tax-free money. How would that really work? How would we get it tax-free from this product?
Okay. Well, life insurance upon death is tax-free.
Yeah.
When you take money out of the policy, it comes out as a loan. Now the loan is paid off upon death. So the death proceed is tax-free. So therefore, the money you took out is paid back, and whatever is remaining is paid to the family as a tax-free benefit. So therefore, the money that you took out is tax-free as well.
Okay, so you mentioned the money comes from the loan.
Right.
So, but we know if there's a loan, there will be interest.
Yeah.
Right?
People are always saying I'm borrowing against my own money.
Yeah. How that work?
Not necessarily true. They're taking their own money out.
Yeah.
But because it's coming out as a loan, the money is still reflected in the policy, and that money actually continues to grow within the policy. For example, if this year the policy went up 6%, and my policy loan, which is in the contract, is 4%, and I took out money, the money I took out is going to grow at 2%.
Okay, so you mean there's a gap between the interest, the loan interest?
There can be, yes.
Yeah.
There could be a positive gap and there could be a negative gap, or it could be a wash. So a lot of times when you're looking at IULs, there's options. You have an opportunity to do a wash loan, or what I call a participating loan, which is a general term. Every company has their own name for these.
Okay. Well, it's definitely an interesting concept for a lot of people.
Right.
Okay. And I found this indexed universal life, the index part very interesting. So what is the indexed part about it?
The index part means that it's growing based on an index allocation that you choose. S&P 500, indexes of that nature.
Okay, so I believe different companies, they have their different
Right,
programs.
they all have
Yeah.
their favorites. They all develop different balanced programs. But the majority of them, the most popular one is the S&P 500 and the derivatives of the S&P 500.
Is your money in the market or not?
No, it's not. Your money is invested in the insurance company's portfolio. The insurance company is investing their money, and your growth is a reflection of what the index you chose grew that year. So if we chose the S&P 500 and it grew 10%, and the cap or the spread on your product allowed 8%,
Okay.
then your contract will receive 8%, but your money is not invested in the market.
Okay. So what will happen if the market crashed?
Well, there's what they call downside protection. So it's a fixed product, so there's never a problem with market crashes, because if the market were to crash, you'd earn zero. So if the S&P 500 in this period went negative,
Yeah, like right now in 2022,
Yeah.
as the market is pretty much.
we're down to the 2020 levels. So if that were to happen, your contract would experience a zero growth.
So you say there's a floor. You
Right.
cannot really fall too far.
You can only go to zero.
Okay.
You can't go negative.
So your money is safe there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you can sleep tight at night.
Well, that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea behind a fixed product. It's
Okay.
eliminating risk.
Would be.
So what I find interesting about IULs, we have a population that has been driven to look at Roths. An IUL is an interesting product because it's a great Roth alternative. If you look at Roths, and they were wonderful, you put money in that's already been taxed, you allow it to grow tax-free, and then you take it out and it's tax-free.
Yeah. So powerful. Tax
Wonderful.
free is a very powerful.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And what the government did is they put limits on it. If you make more than the Roth income limit, you can't contribute. So the IUL works nice in that area, because the IUL continues to grow tax deferred, just like your money would in a Roth. You put your money in after tax, just like a Roth, and you can take money out tax free. And also, the limit, you create your own contribution limit.
So what do you mean by that?
Well, you can look at an IUL and say, okay, I want to take this much money out every year after I've contributed for 20 years, and then the policy is set to the value necessary for you to take that money out. So you've created your own limits.
Yeah. So you mean the product have a calculation?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you can tell the agent or whoever's writing it for you how much money you want to take out at the end for income, and they can calculate within reason how much you're going to have to put in every year, and to get out.
Yeah, that freedom is very crucial.
I think so. Right. You're in control. And also another thing about IULs, you're in your mid-30s. So if you have an IUL and is that not good?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. And so if you're now 45 years old and you've put some money into the IUL and you want to take some money out, you can. With a Roth, you can't until you're 59 and a half years old.
Okay.
So that's a huge benefit there. So you can use your money anytime.
You mean it's from a distribution point of view?
Right.
There's a limitation or restriction for the Roth when you can take money out without any penalty.
That's correct.
Right? Thanks, Mark. I think we have learned so much about a different type of policy, especially what IUL can do. If you're interested in this, our contact is in the description below. Give us a call.
And Leave, if I might point out, anyone that calls and reaches out to us, we'll be more than happy to include a copy of Positioning for Retirement, where it has a lot of information and it covers a lot of what we talked
Yeah.
about.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Yeah.